All right, everyone, this is the Celtic Angel. You're listening to Euro Rock Radio's Heartogram Day Party, and we have our very special guest on the phone now, Ville.
Hey there, people.
All right, well, we are very, very thankful for you for doing this for us, and really appreciate it.
But just started, nothing's done yet, so don't blame me.
You answered the phone, so it's good.
Yeah, well, that was the easy part.
Yeah. So how is it there in Helsinki right now?
It's cold. It's, I don't know. I don't go out that much. It seems to be snowing. That's the thing I can see from my monitors. But I haven't been doing anything besides trying to get rid of a fever and writing new songs. So that's my main thing at the moment. I'm working on. We started rehearsing with the band a couple of weeks ago, and everything's going real well with the new songs. And
awesome.
Gas and his lady, they got their first baby about 3 weeks ago. So it's been a very positive couple of weeks.
Well, congratulations to Gas. You have to tell him congrats for us.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of pictures, and unfortunately, it does have a lot. The baby's got the resemblance is clearly there. I would have hoped the other way, but since the wife is sweet as
yeah,
whatever. But you can't have it all, it seems.
Well, speaking of the new album, so how's that going? It's going good?
We just started. Worked on 5 songs now, and we're going to demo them in about maybe a month, 2 months, and I'll be heading over to the States to hook up with some label people and talk about the possible producers and stuff. So it's going to be pretty intense for the next couple of months. And the music's not too far from what it's been. It's not as Sabbathy. It's more straight to the point, more like I'm calling it 80s tinged crooner rock with balls of steel.
Cool.
That's my. So it's not far from what we've done before, but it's tough to say. It's basically at this moment in time we're just heading to the rehearsal place every day and picking our instruments and just seeing where the music takes us.
Well, that's good. I know you've talked recently about deciding where you're going to record. Have you given any more thought to that yet?
Well, I'm quite certain that we're not going to record in Finland.
Okay.
Since when the Venus Doom tour, we got done with the tour last August or something. Everybody had a lot of time off, and everybody was spending it over here in Helsinki, more or less. And I want to get out. It's just cold, dark, and I love it here. My parents are here, and I've got a couple of friends here and stuff like that. But I'd rather want to see our band concentrate just on the music than trying to sort out the everyday life. Like changing diapers. Gas. Not for the baby, I mean. So now that it's just hopefully doing somewhere in America. I don't know. It's all depending on the producer, and we still haven't had any. Since I'm kind of like waiting for us to be ready to do the demo, we're going to demo a couple of songs here in Finland, and then once the demo's done, then I'm going to fly over and hopefully meet some people who are going to be excited working with us. So since nothing's done yet, it's tough for me to stop bragging about how good the music is and how good the next album's going to be. I don't know, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be great.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, Venus Doom was very good. Venus Doom was very good, so.
Yeah, but you gotta try different things out, and you gotta take risks, and we went fairly far down that path, into that sort of like gloomy, doomy territory. So, so want to do something a bit more straightforward and direct, with the new ones. So, all the new songs are clocking under 4 minutes, and they're very straight to the point. So that's an exciting thing for us,
Right.
Not jam for like 8 minutes in a row or whatever. So there's definitely not going to be a song like "Sleepwalking Past Hope" on the forthcoming album. Even though I love "Sleepwalking Past Hope," it's a great song for me to have like free cigarette breaks, within the actual But there's so many jams and so many solos in it. But I guess it's just for our own sake we need to try out things, and you know how it is.
Yeah.
The same old gets boring after a while, and especially a lot of people don't realize the fact that a band works on an album maybe 2 years before it gets released, and then they tour with it for about a year and a half or something. So it's a long time, living with those songs. So obviously you want to try out something different, once the touring is done and everything, you're just open with it.
Right.
So it's like relationships in general.
Yeah, touring is something we gave everybody a chance to email in questions for you, and we'll pick some of those here in a little while. We got pretty much over 300 emails, but a lot of people were asking about... Huh?
We got to talk super fast.
Yeah, I'm not going through all of them, no.
Amphetamines, but we can fix the situation somehow.
A lot of people were asking about touring, though, and of course wondering when tours are going to start, and obviously that's going to be after the album comes out, but...
don't know yet, because you got to remember that the summer is happening, and there's going to be a lot of festivals, and I honestly don't know. It's within maybe the next 2 months, we get a rough idea when and with whom we're going to record the album with, and when we know that enables us to speculate on the possibility of doing some touring during the summer, or maybe doing like one of those touring festivals you've got over in the States, or I just don't know.
Right.
It'd be lovely to play some, but not too much. I don't want anything to get in the way of making the best album we can.
Right. Exactly. Well, I think everybody will understand that. I know, everybody's anxious, and I've got emails from all over the world saying, "You haven't been here in 10 years. When are you coming back?" And it's a hard question to...
That's so very sweet. The only problem is that if somebody's saying that, why haven't you been here in 10 years, that usually means that person is the only one wanting us to go there. And since being in this kind of a band, we do have expenses. We do have, trust monkeys. We have people setting up the stage and tuning out the guitars, and they're not super cheap. So we don't have the opportunity of playing everywhere in the world, at all times. Otherwise, we'd be on a constant tour like Bob Dylan or something like that.
Right.
But we're trying to write some good material as well, which Bob doesn't have to anymore. So it's a different kind of situation.
Well, speaking, I guess, of touring and shows, Helldone, this past Helldone was bigger than usual. You added some extra shows, and what made you decide to do that?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I can't remember who came up with that. I came up with the idea. Oh my God, yeah. No, we think, obviously, we have, the previous year we have Fields of Nephilim play here, and we've had a few international acts as well, but unfortunately the time frame of Helldone, New Year's Eve, and around that, it's the toughest to get any bands to play those dates, out of the year, because that's the only time when all the bands are taking time off from their touring, and they're spending time with their families and stuff like that. So it was impossible for us to get any, because originally we were thinking of playing a lot bigger venue, not just him, but making it like a proper big festival here in Helsinki. But we didn't have the opportunity of booking any cool bands. I've been trying to get Turbo Negro to play the festival for the past 6 years.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But that's one of my favorite bands of all time. We've covered their songs, and they're very inspirational on various levels. But anyway, it's just that didn't work, so I wanted to figure out a way to make it more exciting for the band, make something new happen rather than just playing Tavastia Club on New Year's. So then somebody, I guess it was me, just came up with the idea that let's play in the northern parts of Finland as well, because we haven't been there since like 2001, 2002, something like that. So for us it was like traveling abroad to a new country we haven't played in ages.
Well,
it was fairly exciting in that sense.
Do you think you'll do it again this next Helldone, or no clue yet?
At the moment, I'm kind of feeling done with Helldone. We've done 10 years. We've done 10 years in a row, and thinking that it's already been 10 years, it just the only the problem and the limitation seems to be the time frame. It's so tough to get bands to play that festival. So it's been going on real well, but it's like we want to try out something different, but where to go to, because trying to book a band from, let's say, Type O Negative from America.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite bands of all time, and our band, the whole band's, it's ridiculously expensive to fly one band from Brooklyn, New York, over to Finland for one off.
Oh, yeah.
You just play one gig, it's the flights, it's the accommodations, everything. It's just like, it's not worth it, because there's not a single band who's on tour at that time of the year.
Right.
And that makes the situation even more complicated. So there's a lot of those kind of little things that not necessarily everybody knows about. Your not necessarily average club goers, but people who just go to and enjoy rock and roll and beer. There's a lot of things to set up the whole event, and it could be easier. Maybe I just should have start having the whole party, in like June or something like that. Just make it a summer festival, but that sucks too. There's like 200 summer festivals in Finland, so I don't think, I don't think we have the ability to compete with them, the good ones.
Oh, you could come do it here because there's not enough summer festivals in the U.S.
There's not enough good ones.
Exactly.
Exactly. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Festival thing, that's a funny thing, and that's a side project of our bands and mine, and but that's not what I do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to write songs, and we're trying to make an album happen. I couldn't care less for Helldone at this particular moment in time. You can't do it all at the same time. You just can't.
No,
so
of course not. Yeah.
it's you got to have your priorities, and now it's getting rid of fever and being in tip-top shape for Monday's rehearsals.
Yeah. Well, speaking of side projects, Madagascar 2. How did that come about?
No, I wish I could have done the English version.
So
the
do we.
American version of the film, but that was just something gave me a shout from the company who did the translation and asked me to do it. And I grew up watching a lot of cartoons and animated movies, as everybody does. So so I grew up with Disney and then The Secret of Nim, and love those films. So obviously I thought that it's be a fun thing to do. And it was nothing particularly spectacular about it. I was asked to do it, and I said yes because I wanted to do something respectable. And it's funny how musicians are not necessarily respected for what they do, but when a musician all of a sudden does a few lines as a hippo in kids animation, all of a sudden you do have some sense of credibility.
Right.
And so now I'm fully credible thanks to a hippo.
Thanks to a hippo. A hippo that now millions of him fans all over the world are worshiping practically.
Well. But he seems to be as unlucky in love as me. So we shared a lot of things, and it was very easy for me to. I didn't have to pretend or act. It was all me. Maybe just a couple of 100 pounds difference between the weight, but that's about it.
Yeah, well, and that has brought up another question that we got a lot of emails asking since you've done Madagascar and kind of voice acting anyways. Have you ever thought about doing any actual acting in movies or something?
Well, I'd love to do like Vampires Part 4 with Bon Jovi. That'd be great. If he'd ever consider doing a sequel. I guess that, as everybody thinks, actors make terrible musicians and vice versa.
Right.
So it's the fact that you can strum on a guitar doesn't mean that you can be the lead in English Patient.
Right.
I get that. So obviously there are people who can do both, but no, it's not my cup of tea. I was asked by a friend, and he's been working on a film like a vampire thing for the past 15 years. So if he ever does that, I've already said yes to just being a random vampire. But that'll be fine. But that's just for fun, and that's just for just for a friend.
Right.
It's a different cup of tea. I'm not. It's not. I hate acting. Anyway, so I don't, I hate myself enough not to become one.
No, so you don't say that.
Come on.
With the other emails we've gotten, a bunch of questions about your new tattoos. Because, anything you do, people get obsessed over and must know. So, they've asked about your new tattoos. Specifically, well, one of the big questions is we saw there's a video of the lecture you did recently at a university.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll ask you about that too, but massive amounts of emails. In the video, we can see a bit of a tattoo above your right elbow, and everyone's wondering what that is, what the new tattoo is there.
I've got loads of new tattoos anyway, but that's just something Kat improvised when I was in LA. It's a combination of an hourglass with wings, and it says hermit in French since I've turned into a hermit. And it's just it's like a little tiny combination of a lot of not necessarily inside jokes, but stuff that only close friends know.
Right.
So it's like a little puzzle type of thing, more or less.
And then you've got the new portraits also, right? That you did. Portrait tattoos. Several of them, I guess.
I've got several, but I'm not done with them yet, so I can't ruin the surprise,
No, gotcha. All right.
So, I got a few. I've got one of Klaus Kinski, German actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a cool one. He's from picture. He's an adult sucking his own thumb, lying on a naked lady.
Okay.
So that's such a psychedelic image, and it looks exactly like that. But the cat did that too, and it's on my low stomach, and it looks real good. And it's guaranteed after that tattoo I'm never going to get paid. So that was my mission, to get a tattoo that will kill all possible sex.
I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen.
Well, I guess I need to find a blind chick.
Well, there you go. The other question everybody has is a very small tattoo, but above the heart on your wrist and above where it says Dilligaff, you've got some symbols or numbers or something, and everyone's dying to know what that is.
Oh my God, that's weird.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Well, that's so weird though, man. It's one of my friends did it. It says canto, which means chapter. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean anything nasty. It's from Dante's Inferno.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's from kind of the beginning, I guess. I don't know the different translations, but I don't have the Inferno with me now, so I can't read the exact line for you. But it's just a line that keeps me going. So it's one of the things. I just love not thinking about getting tattoos too much. Just going with the flow.
Right.
You always vibe with them anyway.
Okay, a whole nother random topic now, but it's something that I've come across a lot on the internet, and a lot of people have. And I know you've been asked this before, but we'll do it one more time because hopefully the people will actually pay attention. There are a lot of people on places like MySpace and Facebook, etc., that like to claim that they're you. And so the question that hopefully people will listen to is, are you actually on the internet? Do you have a MySpace or a Facebook or a Bebo or whatever on these social networking sites?
Well, I don't know. I only know Facebook and then the MySpace thing, but I don't have anything to do with Facebook. Mm-hmm. And there's like a bazillion me's there.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's the real one, and I am on MySpace, but it's not under my name.
Right.
And anybody who has been following the him situation, can't find it too hard to find it out, whatever it is. Right. So it's a little kind of Indiana Jones type of thing. So just go for it and search, and you'll find it pretty easily.
And are you actually adding random fans, or only the people you know?
It's you know, it's just I want to see how the whole MySpace thing works.
Right.
And then I got bored with it immediately. So
yeah.
I don't travel with a laptop, and I'm not glued to a computer. Besides now when I'm being home, but and working on Pro Tools stuff and stuff like that. But no, it's not my cup of tea. It's a lot of waste of time. I guess it's better to strum a guitar, and if you want to meet people, just go into a pub.
Right. All right. Well, we just kind of wanted to clear that up for some people because, you know, it can get dangerous when there are people out there claiming to be a celebrity and getting fans' home addresses and things like that. It's kind of scary.
Well, you know, don't. I'm not. You know, I'm not involved in any of that. So.
Oh, I know. No, we know you're not. But just to let people know that don't believe everybody out there that says they're Ville Valo on MySpace.
Oh yeah. But please don't. It's never been me.
Well, we had, here's a question. We'll do one of the emailed questions that we've got here.
Sure.
This one is from their screen name, I guess, or I don't know if it's their real name or a screen name, but it's Montserrat from Norwalk, Connecticut. And they say, Villa, since there are so many people that love going to your concerts and would wait hours outside to see him perform, if you had a chance to do the same for a band or solo artist, who would be your first choice and why?
Well, my first choice is never to queue up in line for hours and hours. You know, my first choice is to try to nowadays make some calls and try to get a VIP. But I haven't done that in a long time. Last time was probably Kiss, and that was mid-90s when they played their first time. Their first kind of masks back on type of tour, and they started the tour from Stockholm, and that's we took the ferry over to Stockholm and queued up and had a blast, you know, for like 3 days straight. It was full-blown Kiss party, and you know, I'm still suffering from it, both mentally, you know, and physically, maybe spiritually a bit as well. But there's not a lot of bands, not nowadays. You know, I guess I like songs, but I don't like concerts too much. You know, Mark Lanigan is always good, no matter what he does. So I went to see the Gutted Twins a couple of times on their Scandinavian tour, and I went to see Fields of Nephilim in London, in the UK, last summer, and they played 2 really special shows at the Shepherd's Bush Empire, and so that's about it for me. I don't go out and see random gigs that much, and I don't know. I'm just a spoiled brat, I guess.
Well, I doubt that, but okay. Another email, we've seen this shirt on you, and I think Kat's worn it in a picture or two, and so everyone's wondering, what the heck is the Mercy Fucks?
Just go and check it out on MySpace. So those are my 3 friends.
Okay.
You can see there, but it's a project of mine.
Oh, okay.
But it's a thing I've been working on for the past 3 years, maybe, and I just love that name.
Yeah.
Somebody actually had the idea that it has something to do with religion, and that's definitely not true. Because somebody thought that it's like very anti-religious to call people, you know, with, you know, some you know, spiritual ideas, call them the Mercy Fucks. That, you know, but no, that wasn't the idea. It's a band. It's kind of a band. You know, the only band member at the moment I have is I don't have like a bass player or a guitar player. I have a pool player. and that's Mr. Brandon Novak from Baltimore.
Okay.
So I got a skateboarder, ex-junkie pool player in the band. So what more do you need from rock and roll?
Exactly. That's
a couple
it.
of songs, I guess.
Well, that'd be good
but,
too.
No, it's just a project, and it kind of it never took off. It's one of them things.
Well, see, all you had to
you know, I had a lot of time in my hands, and I was thinking of it's a band that never performs. It's one of them things. I got a couple of bands like that, and it's healthy for, letting your imagination run wild and just go with the flow and do something totally different from what we do with him.
Right.
Linda's been working on new Daniel Lioneye stuff, and he's been recording stuff, and Burton's he's been working with this side project, and everybody's got their things, because it's cool to do things with, not to say that him is super serious, but it does, we have to take it occasionally a bit seriously, because it takes so much of our time, and it's a passion we definitely don't want to fuck it up, so for the wrong reasons at least. So it's cool to have side projects that don't necessarily matter that much.
Right.
And while they don't matter that much, actually they do matter a lot.
Right.
When you can take things relaxed and when you can just go with the flow and do exactly what you want. I'm doing it with the Mercifucks. But it's just it's one of those things.
All right. Well, and since I didn't say who that question was from, I forgot. That was from Sophie in the UK.
Yeah, cool. Sophie used to be one of my friends on MySpace. I sent her a T-shirt because she was the first one who found the MySpace site.
Oh, cool.
One of it was she was the first person that wasn't like a friend and wasn't in on the joke. So she actually wanted to be like a MySpace friend or whatever, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll send you a T-shirt and stuff. So Sophie was she was in Finland as well for the for all of the 3 Helldone gigs we played all around Finland. So she's a real trooper.
Oh, cool, awesome. Well, awesome, Sophie. Yeah, we wanted to come to Helldone this year, but just so expensive to fly over there from the U.S.
It is. Yeah. Well, what can you do? We're trying our best. There's a lot of people flying in from all over the world, but it is expensive, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort for just a gig, a couple of gigs, or whatever. So that's originally the reason why I wanted to start the whole Helldone thing. Have more than just one gig. Originally it wasn't called Helldone, and it was just us playing our New Year's Eve gig, and all of a sudden so many people started flying in, and we thought that if they're flying in for one gig, let's give them a couple of more gigs to enjoy. So that's the reason why we had the 69 and Negative and all those bands play this year, so people have a lot more to look forward to than just a crappy gig from him.
Your gig is why everyone went. Wasn't a crappy gig.
I'm blushing here.
Oh, all right. Well, this question may make you blush a little bit more. Then I tried to stay away from any kind of naughty questions because a lot of those came in. But this one, I have to ask because we've seen video of this and it's been talked about on the hymn forums and everything. The concert in Tilburg during the Venus Doom tour.
With the vibrator.
Yes.
Yeah.
The lady that threw that up there, her name is Wendy, by the way. She was wanting to know what you thought when that came up, because she said your face was priceless when you saw that. So.
Let's say it's one of the few moments I won't ever forget, especially when it comes to gigs. So it was a fun thing and a great thing since she probably knew that I'd be working in a sex shop, and I kind of know how those things work. And I was like checking out the brand and stuff like that. And I was just laughing my ass off. But the funniest thing happened after that gig, since somehow the Finnish press got the wind of that thing, and they started speculating whether I'd lost my mind. That they thought that actually I brought a vibrator on our gig, and I'm using that vibrator as a prop, during a gig. And I guess it's not necessarily a bad idea, but it's not necessarily a good one either.
Right.
So that was kind of like that was a punchline to the whole thing. It got totally out of hand.
But it was hilarious, though. I mean, there's video of it all over YouTube and stuff.
Oh yeah, it was great. I'm extremely happy for it.
All right, here's one more. We'll do maybe 2 more of these, and then we may let you go and enjoy your night. But
fair enough.
This one's from Sophie. She says, fame seems to separate people in some way, and I wonder whether all this attention makes you feel like an outsider who is somehow separated from the normal people.
What do you mean by that? Or what does she mean by that?
Well, I think, it's not so much in Finland from what I've heard, but if you're very famous and you're walking down the streets like in the U.S., you pretty much get mobbed. You can't go anywhere. You've got people following you around. Or, like, for instance, the people that kind of stalk around your house.
Well, that's stupid. I hate those people. I don't hate a lot of people, but I hate the fact that there's one and only safe haven that I have, which is my home, where I write all the songs. And it was just 2 weeks ago, I had to call the cops on a girl.
Oh Lord!
Since she wouldn't leave. She kept on. She was full blown drunk, probably under 18. Kept on knocking on my door for 3 hours straight.
Oh my God!
And I told her to get out of it's private property, so get out. I'm working on a song. I'm working on the stuff that probably made you come here knocking on my door in the first place.
Right.
And so got my face in the paper and a vibrator in my hand on the stage somewhere in Tilburg. So it's just that was just so weird. It's like, come on.
No.
It's like, that's terrible. But no, besides from that, it's easy. People do have the respect, and we're not that well known. And obviously, I can give a fuck. People talk to people, and people look at people, and if you start feeling totally paranoid about it, that doesn't have anything to do with fame.
True. Yeah.
It's like one of them things that when you like, let's say a couple of actresses in America, how can you not be seen if you walk with shades the size of a sun on your face and brag and have entourage of a zillion people and have massive bodyguards and all that? Obviously, people are going to look at you and think, "Who are you?"
Right.
They don't even know who you are, but they're just thinking, "Who's that crazy girl?" So that's one way. A lot of people actually, direct the attention towards them because they're so paranoid. Mm-hmm. So maybe I'm saving for the money. Cool bodyguards and the shades, obviously. So it'll take a while.
All right. Well, one more question. We got this from several people that they love it when you talk about the books and things you're reading, because you actually have a lot of people will go out and get them, and books you've mentioned that you like, people will go out and buy. So is there anything in particular you're reading right now? Or just something you've read recently that...
Hold up. I'm reading a couple of just art books. Mm-hmm. And then I've started collecting porn, for the first time in my life, but I can't, it's, let's not talk about that. It's I can't say the name of the magazine, it's so rough, but the name is so fantastic. It's called The New C Bleep 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 Bleep.
Right, okay.
And it's so good. It's from the 70s, from Denmark. So I've been collecting that stuff now. But hold on, I'm just in my bedroom trying to figure out what I've been reading. Hold on. On my bed now. There's shitloads of books. I'm reading one on an artist called Hans Bellmer.
Okay.
It's called Death, Desire, and the Doll: The Life and Art of Hans Bellmer by Peter Webb. So check that one out. He was a fairly interesting character.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And so I haven't been reading that much, to be honest with you. I've just been working on songs, and if you read too much, you get too much in the vibe of a book, and
right.
that kind of does influence your writing a bit. And I wouldn't do that too much. Just read bits and pieces, and usually I read poetry when writing songs, so it helps me out with lyrics and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just being lazy, to be honest with you.
Okay, hold on for a second for me. We're going to get everybody back to some music, and we'll let them listen to a little Killing Loneliness. And again, thank you very much for doing this.
Pleasure. A pleasure.
to start a war with the venomous kiss you gave me. I'm killing